Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. It is Weedy Wednesday. I am freshly zooted and it's like almost 5 in the morning, and we're gonna talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Before I jump in, and I watched both episodes with the kids last night. So I watched like the one on Peacock for Atlanta, and then I watched Beverly Hills live with the kids. And what an interesting night. Um, but while we were watching, um, we were talking about how so good Atlanta is. And I have full disclosure, I haven't watched Atlanta since Nene left. I felt a kind of way about it, and so I stopped watching. Since they like Nene Link's over. So Atlanta is so fucking good. And then by contrast, we watched Beverly Hills. And Beverly Hills, I mean, I understand it's the highest rated and everything, but and I love these women. I have been very vocal about being a Kyle Richards stan. Um, but like she's dead wrong this season, in my opinion, with some of this stuff. And and I don't care. I don't care. Um, and the only one I don't know. So anyway, this sparked a conversation about, ooh, they need like a Sims housewife game or an app. You know, all those apps where you like choose your own adventure and you dress somebody up to look like this and stuff. Why is there not a housewives app for this where you can build your own housewife and you've got to make choices of, are you going to play a villain this season, and how are you going to engage in social media, and are you going to put your kids on the show? Why has no one done this? Somebody should do this. Somebody that's good with this shit, somebody do this, and then give me a couple of dollars, because it was mine and my kid's idea. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. But seriously, why has no one done this? 100%. Um, and so that sent me down a rabbit hole, and I'm Googling and I'm looking for stuff. And I stumble upon a game on Steam called Come Home. And I'm sorry, I have to have my notes. So it's like a porn simulation game, and you got to fuck all these people. So, one of the people that you gotta get busy with is your stepmom. And dude, I could not complete the fucking game. Do you know why? This stepmom looks exactly like Lisa Rinna. Could not fuck with it. So, I went down a weird porn game rabbit hole, and I wanna know if Lisa Rinna was paid for her likeness, because goddamn, does it look like her? And I could not finish the game. Just saying. I'll check that out if you happen to. So anyway, let's see. What do we got? We were also talking about how yes, Housewives was built on kind of women behaving badly. And then this other crop of shows, VPR, Southern Charm, Summer House, seems to be built on men behaving super badly. I'm sorry, my lights are all jacked. I gotta fix that. Anyway, and it's very interesting. But it's also very interesting that the level of egregiousness, like James Kennedy's beating women and hanging out with Tate douches, and but flipping a table, they're two different things. And I realize like Teresa went to prison, but these are crimes against women where anyway, anyway, but my son brought up an interesting point that all of this is about money, which of course it is. Everything is about money. We live in capitalism. Um, but and I've certainly talked about it many times on Tinfoil Tiara Tuesday. Um, Well, not many times. I've only done 2, so, like, what the fuck am I saying? But anyway, um, is that we, the people, are the algorithm for these advertisers, and they're giving us the content that we respond to. So if this is what we respond to for whatever reason, and I'm not trashing reality TV by any way. Listen, I'm the queen of Schadenfreude. I am on YouTube ranting about people I do not know. Um, but and I take value. I take tremendous value. It helps me look at my own behavior, helps me see someone else's point of view. I really do get value from these shows, and I also enjoy it. And it's a dopamine hit, and it's all those things, and that's why it's so popular and it's cheap to make. But there does have to be a line drawn at some point. Um, ooh. And I think probably public opinion and his pocketbook will take care of James Kennedy. But yeah. Anyway, that being said, so we watched Real Housewives of Atlanta first. Okay. Do you know what makes this show work? I don't know. Because like I said, I'm new. I'm like a look-in audience. I haven't been with these women for a long time. I know Kenya from Ultimate Girls Trip and from before, and I knew Nene, I knew Candy. I don't know most of these women. Um, Shamia, holy goodness, she's glorious. I might be wrong. I don't know. And I haven't looked at any online chat or a lot of online chatter. So um let's see. And she talks about this man that she's seen and how she has this giant shadoobie the first time she stays over, and then the next time she stays over, he had wipes. And I fuck with that energy for sure. Anyone that listen, I'm a Jew, I got the IBS. Anyone that forgives me those foibles, I support that. So yeah, like I get that. Um, and then we've got Drew Sidora, um, and her husband that she's divorcing, is living in the basement, and she's making music with Portia's ex, her baby daddy, but not the guy that, like, Ice picked up. This, like, it's very confusing. It's very interesting. Um, and let's see, uh, Kelly, and it's a kid's birthday. Is she the new one? Like, I don't fuck with her. I don't like her energy. I don't know. I don't know. She came in hot. If she's a freshman housewife, she's doing way too much. If she's not a freshman housewife, she's got beef and I don't fuck with her. I don't like her energy. Um, then we go to Portia. Um, and Shamia takes Portia to a titty bar, which is my one of my favorite things in the world. I support strip clubs. I support dancers. I used to own a restaurant. Literally every single one of my servers in their off time was a dancer. No, there were economic reasons for that too, obviously. Business model of why Hooters and Sir are make money, or well, I guess Sir used to make money. But anyway, back in the day. Not proud of it, but a little. Anyway, I loved it. And she said, nothing like ass clapping and shots or something. It was beautiful. It was glorious. And it's a real friendship. And that's, I think, a little bit of the difference. Like they tried to do that a little bit in Beverly Hills earlier this season. They took, Erica to Chuck E. Cheese, but it didn't work. It wasn't personal. It wasn't a real thing. It didn't feel authentic. This felt authentic. So I enjoyed that. We get to Shamia's party. Oh, and it was so pretty. Her in the blue and then all the guests in the white. That was gorgeous. That was gorgeous. That was very well executed. And then we were waiting for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills to start. And first of all, y'all, what's wrong? We were watching the end of last week's Denise Richards show, which I'm not watching because I watched the first 2 episodes last week and I just didn't enjoy it. And like, y'all, what, like, seriously, is there something wrong with Denise Richards? Like, Legitimately, someone check on her. I'm worried about her. So, anyway. All right. So, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Y'all know I've been on the fence. I go back and forth, especially about Bose, because she brings up some really good points. I felt like she didn't give Kyle a chance in the beginning. I felt like though she did try to rectify that this episode, and I felt like Bose gave a whole lot, and Kyle seemed like she was given a lot, but I don't feel like she was connected. I really didn't. That's just my opinion. That's how it read to me. And I haven't watched the Peacock yet because I watched this last night. Let's see. I liked Bose's shade towards Sutton. Also, when she went to talk to Kyle, she moves like a therapist to the point where my son said, "Yo, is she a therapist?" And like I went and looked what her degree is in, which it's not. It's in English and African American Studies. But she moves like a therapist. And people open up to her like that. My kid has that. I have a little bit of that where people just confide in us, sometimes without us asking. And I love that she has that, and she brought that out in Kyle. But then when it was time for Kyle to empathize with her, I don't know. I saw dead eyes, but I could be wrong. And then the Kyle and Mo conversation. Listen, this was painful and torturous to watch, and I don't care. The only thing I will say is it seemed like a game of chicken to see who was going to bring it up first, and then Kyle kind of confirms that on the after show. Also, when they were fixing to fly to St. Lucia, I noticed in the airport, right after Kyle says, "Yeah, it's time for me to move on." Did y'all notice that her purse was a little rainbow purse? And I know how she likes to send messages through Instagram and through photos. Was that a message, y'all? Somebody tell me, inquiring minds want to know. Was that a message? Was the rainbow purse a message? Y'all tell me. Anyway, if it was, cool, but fuck you for not actually sharing it. Although she kind of did. Kyle, just the way she phrases things is very different. Anyway, so yeah, that was my overall take of both shows. Enjoyed them both. But I do think that maybe we need a cast reboot on Beverly Hills. Um, the only person that has, well, Erica has main character energy, but she's not giving main character stuff. Kyle has main character energy and has been a main character, but I think maybe she's outlived her place on the show because there's so much she's not free to discuss, you know? Um, and like, I don't care about Sutton. Garcelle's okay, but I like both. I would love to see a show, and God help me for saying this, but you could reboot half the cast and you could center the show around Bose, Erica, and Dorit as they have formed a little alliance and a little friendship together. And then you can bring in, hey, let's have a gay couple. Let's have two house husbands as housewives. Hey, let's do that. Let's start with that, y'all. Wouldn't that be great? And like maybe Mikey and his partner or something, but somebody that's actually connected to these women, actual friends. Let's talk about both. Let's see if Dorit has any friends that aren't on the show. And let's see if maybe they want to do. You know what I mean? If you're not going to do that, then I want real, honest to Christ, famous people that I've seen in shit. Just saying. Also, I just wanted to shout out, um, speaking of Beverly Hills, kind of, but not really. Um, I was on TikTok, like I do. And of course, I'm on like Trans Mama Bear TikTok. That's my algorithm. And I didn't know that Jamie Lee Curtis has a trans child. I didn't know that Dwayne Wade did, and The Rock. So shout out, Jamie Lee. for being proud of her trans kid and supporting her trans kid. Also, Cynthia Nixon. Of course, we've known about Cher for, and I'm forgetting somebody, and I'm so sorry because I don't mean to, because all proud trans parents need to be shout. Oh, that's my alarm. It's time to get up for work. Um, it's all trans parents need to be shouted out for supporting, and it's important that people that have a platform use it. So thank y'all for that. Take care of y'all. Have a happy Wednesday. No, nothing tomorrow. I've mentioned because I'm dreading it that I have to pick up my mother's ashes tomorrow, so that's gonna suck. And it will be a little bit hard, I'm sure. And then, but join me Friday for Fangirl Friday. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to cover. I keep writing down something and then I keep changing my mind and saying, no, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. So, anyway, but take care of y'all. I'll see you Friday. Bye.